live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Sooners ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside, it's Phillips. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quick handoff. Shakes off the defender. Turning it on. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the catch. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass heavy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football.
Makes the grab in their space. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And how about this running back, man? Coming into the game, we knew he would be a focal point of this offense. But through the air, like not on the ground right now, they're finding ways to get him the football out in space to do some damage. And right now, it's all through the air.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Phillips. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quarterback may change this route. Handoff, Frazier running left.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
To the 10. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Dogs have it with a 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Frazier. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Here's Nate Frazier. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldog! Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 91, set to kick this one.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's Mateer. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got his man downfield. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. The Sooners want to move quickly.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got a man. It's Phillips. Breaks into the open. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job.
There's a little room there. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff for Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Right back to it.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, though, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, has really proven to be a great back.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Oh, better look out! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray,
maybe a crease. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Looking to throw on first down. There's the pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. The Sooners will hustle to the line. On third down, here's Robinson. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, going to the air. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to it. Maybe some room here. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Stockton. Looking for a huge play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give them time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
To the air on second down. Rush is on him. Soft spot in the middle. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Unloads to the wideout. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. What a grab with one hand. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He makes a grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Right down the boulevard. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with UAB taking on the number 19 team, the Navy Midshipmen.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
And it's the Blazers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big 12.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. A first down for the offense. Here's Robinson one more time. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Going the other way, he's got room. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The defense set them up with a turnover, and now to try to cash it in. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Looking for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And the extra point is good.
Number 91, set to kick off.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for space. It's Avant. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game. You've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Robinson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The Sooners are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Mateer. That's caught, it's Harris. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. Got a man in the middle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Xavier again. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Phillips. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early.
There he goes to the left. At the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldog.
This offense has needed some kind of a big play, man. Something to get them going, to hang their hat on. They're trailing in this game. Palmer, is this it? Can they get the run game going? Is there enough time to continue to pound away?
Yeah, and it's frustrating for the defense. They've been playing so well up to this point, and then to give up a long touchdown run like that, that's a gut punch. You've got the lead, but when you take the field again, this defense, they have to get that mentality, that confidence back, because this game isn't over.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Snags it, and there's running room. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Handoff to Xavier. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll get rid of it. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this. And here's the third interception of the night. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the returner will be brought down. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. The door looked slammed shut in this one, but that last interception maybe just going to take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I would not want to be the offense coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Stockton. Pressure coming. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Making side adjustments here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. With the catch, it's Taylor. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Here's a give to Frazier. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Stockton. He rifles one deep to the left. And it's his fourth interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, looking for a man. Buys a little time. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Quarterback running on the draw. Touchdown Sooners! And the route is on. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Set to advance on the football.
And here's the return. And the returner goes down. ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
And that's the danger of throwing the football from your own 2-yard line. You need to create some space to operate. You don't want to give up a safety, but man, you can't throw that ball, force the ball.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
Number 29, set to kick this one away.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Looking for a deep man. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Wants to throw it again. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He's running free down the middle. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. And they got him.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how